Let's see what looks better. That'll work for now. Good morning, everybody. Hope y'all are doing all right today. What's up? What's up? Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is having a good start to their day. I know it's a little bit chilly here in Texas. I don't know what it's like for you guys, but it's pretty cold. Got Bentley a little treat. I'm gonna give that to him. And it is a good day to have a great day, guys. How is everyone doing? What is everyone up to? Been going on a lot of adventures, so kind of feels good to be back, just relaxing at the crib. Am I wearing pants or shorts? I'm wearing pants. It's a full, like, red outfit. Like sweatpants and a Vans hoodie. It's technically maroon, I think. Maybe like red maroon. It's like a mix. But yeah, guys, unfortunately, our tripod broke. Which totally sucks, but it's all good. We're gonna get a replacement in no time, I'm sure. It's not a big deal. This guy lasted so long. This KNF concept tripod lasted for a while. I'm not gonna lie. And it went through some pretty insane trips. If you guys have checked out some of my long videos, y'all know we just did an 8-day road trip to Tennessee. We went to the beach, and before that, we were pretty much traveling around taking trips as well. So yeah, this guy held up. I'm not gonna lie, but it does suck now that it is broken because I really use it a lot. Like, I don't know. I definitely recommend, if y'all need a good tripod, go check out KNF Concept. They make some pretty good ones. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but if you do want to go get one, Amazon has a bunch of different options, and you can use my tripod if you, or my, excuse me, not my tripod, my Amazon link if you want. And that's a long time to be in a car. Yeah, man, it was. Well, I mean, technically we took stops. We went to the Bass Pro Shops Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee, and then we stopped at a campsite in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and then we stayed at a cabin as well for like 3 days or 2 nights, 3 days, 2 nights, something like that. So like we took breaks in between, but we've done long camping trips in the Jeep as well, where we did like, I think it was 2 weeks. It was like 14 days or something, and it was a loop and we actually ended up camping the entire time and just staying in the Jeep and then outside of it in the rooftop tent, which is pretty cool, man. But yeah, this guy lasted through all of that, so it's kind of wild to see that how many adventures this guy's been on. And it broke. It's all good, dude. I'm gonna work on getting another one soon for you guys, like ASAP, so that way we can get right back on the live stream. So don't worry, there's still gonna be live streams. I'm just messing around. I love jumping on live stream anyways. Like, this is one of my favorite things to do. It's just engaging with you guys, talking to everybody. So yeah, I'm just messing around. It's not gonna be the end of the live streams, but that's why I didn't immediately live. If y'all noticed, the last live stream I did was in Galveston, and I said, okay, I'm gonna wake up and stream the next day for you guys, and then it broke. So Jordan, hey, I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Jordan. You're pretty cool too. Yeah, I'm just relaxing. Just woke up not too long ago. It's pretty cold out for me right now. I could have went fishing. It's like, it's not that cold, but I didn't want to. I just wasn't really feeling it. You know what I mean? My heart wasn't in it, so I didn't want to go fishing and waste my time. Zayn. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Zayn. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing all right. I'm currently just working on editing a video for you guys, chilling on live stream, just kind of messing around with some baits that I got. If you're out fishing, you could throw a flat wrap. You could throw this right here is, I believe it's the Otts Garage Slim 60, 90. Here, it'll tell me right here. Slim 06, excuse me. That was 6 foot. It's okay, it's a hard name. No, I mean, I'm terrible with names. I'm the worst with it, but I'm gonna do my best for you guys, I promise. So just bear with me. If I butcher it, feel free to correct me. I'm terrible at fishing. I've been a dozen times and I never catch anything. What do you fish for? Do you fish for largemouth bass? Do you fish for crappie? Do you fish for bluegill, catfish? Just let me know. Maybe I can help point you in the right direction. I don't know. I'm not the best fisherman by any means, but I've been doing it for a long time, so kind of helps to have a bit of experience. Then you can, based off experience and interactions, you can kind of be like, this is what to do. Hey, can you relax? I'm trying to think about boogers. Reva Fluff. Man, you're trolling. That's funny, bro. My dad is a professional at fishing. That's awesome. What do you know what series he fishes, or do you know, like, are you just saying he's a pro because he always catches more fish than everybody? Or is he like actually a pro fisherman? Because that'd be really cool. I just met a few of them when I went on that trip to Tennessee, the 8-day road trip. I met John Cruz, Mark Menendez, Wesley Strader. I think that's it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Oh, I just did it for the interaction. Yeah, I mean, fishing is a great interaction. It's a great way to get outdoors. It's a great way to make friends if you like to make friends. Also a great way to just have peace and privacy if you like to fish alone. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of interactions there. Oh, he's an actual real professional. What? Do you know his name? Oh, of course you know his name. He's your dad. What kind of a question is that? What's his name? I'll look him up. I got my laptop right here. I'm not a pro by any means, but I love talking to professional anglers. Maybe one day I will be. I know I'm just fishing ponds, but who knows? Maybe one day y'all see me on a boat fishing some sort of elite series. I don't know. I've been thinking about working on doing a John boat build. So that way I can actually start getting on these lakes and potentially putting some sort of a graphing system, but it's not a big deal. Like, I enjoy fishing without it anyway, so. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of messing around with some baits. I'm editing a video for you guys. I'm gonna drop the video probably around 3 p.m. today. It's pretty close to being done. I just have a few things that I want to tweak to it, edit just for you guys, and then yeah, but it's pretty much actually This is it right here. I was throwing around a 1/2 ounce buzz bait made by Three Brothers Baits and a Strike King Gurgle Toad on the back. This color right here is an albino buzz bait, and then the color of the Gurgle Toad is blue glimmer, I believe. So it's like a white body. It's got black fleck in it, and then it has some blue, golly, what is that called? It's like blue essence or like blue powder that it pretty much makes just like a blue shine. But it's on the buzzbait and it's on the Gurgle Toad, so perfect combination there. 1/2 ounce buzzbait, and then you want something that squeaks, so pretty sweet there. Me dropping a video for you guys. I caught some huge fish. He has caught a huge bluefin tuna. It took him 2 hours to get it on his boat. Oh wow, that's awesome. That's nuts. I would love to go deep sea fishing. I've never really been. Most of the saltwater fishing I do is inshore, off of a jetty, pier, typically off of the beach, honestly, like directly off of the beach. But yeah, that's awesome. I'd love to go inshore, saltwater, like deep sea fishing. And he caught a black marlin. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, it's very cool. Most of the fishing I do is predominantly freshwater, but I do saltwater fish. I actually just dropped some short videos on some saltwater fishing, and I dropped some full videos. So there's some shorts and full videos. Not bragging. No, that's cool. I appreciate you sharing the story. I love it when people tell me about like a big catch they had, especially like I'm a largemouth bass fisherman. So when someone tells me they caught like a big largemouth, that's always a good thing to hear. That's means the big ones are biting. But yeah. Wait, what? Why no more streams, Phineas? Because look, man. Look. No more streams, bro. No more streams, Phineas. We're cooked, man. We're cooked. Nah, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm gonna work on getting a new one. Don't worry about it. It's already in the works, so I'm not tripping. I'm just kind of messing around. Nah, don't worry about it, man. I'm working on getting a new one ASAP. K&F Concepts probably gonna help me replace this. They're a great company, and they make some amazing tripods. This guy lasted for so long. Like literally, I had this thing, I think maybe for like 6-7 months, and it went through so many adventures. Not trying to be rude, but you kind of look like Bruno from. Hey, it's okay. I get that a lot. I get Bruno from that, and then I get I get, what is it? There's another one I get all the time, and then I get Jesus, which that's like, okay, don't call me that. Bro, you freaking scared me with the title. Yeah, that's funny. I'm sorry, man. I wasn't trying to scare you. Just kind of like a little bit of a clickbait, honestly, but I just wanted to hop on live stream. I love getting on here and talking to you guys. It's a great time. So I just figured I was going to get on here and kind of make a quick joke about it. But hey, what's up, Guildmaster? Glad to have you. Always a pleasure, man. The last live stream I did was on the beaches of Galveston, or I guess Crystal Beach technically, and I did not have my, or I did have my tripod, but then I said I was going to stream the next day, and it ended up breaking. So for everybody that saw that stream and is wondering why I didn't stream the next day, that's why. I apologize. I physically could not, but yeah, this guy lasted on some adventures. I'm not gonna lie. You doing all right, Guildmaster? How's everybody doing? Y'all having a good day so far? Or I guess a morning, depending on where you are in the world. Kind of a slow, cold morning. Just over here editing a video. Messing around with some baits, just kind of feeling them, seeing how things go, figuring out what I might throw. I might go fishing this weekend, so I'm just like trying to put in my head ideas on what baits I'm trying to toss around. But yeah, so far it's looking pretty simple, looking pretty standard for cold water fishing. You know, like, might throw me a little blade bait. maybe a little spinner. Or how about that guy? Just that guy right there. That's money. They're a little bit finicky. Maybe a bit of an underspin action going on. Uh-oh. Who knows? I'm just kidding. I don't know, man. I don't have a clue what they're biting. I'll be going fishing this weekend for sure, wondering what to throw. Yeah, man, that's kind of the move. I'm kind of feeling like something with a blade, some sort of a fluke style type bait, like some sort of a bait fish profile, something like that, real tiny and nice, and then maybe even a flat side. That's what I was mentioning earlier. Is this flat side Rapala? I think it's Otz Garage 06 is what I said earlier. Yeah, the Slim 06. Just some sort of a flat side. So finally got my frog and flipping rod fixed. Oh dang, nice. Is the water like warm enough for you to frog and flip right now? I guess you can technically frog, but I don't really have any mats right now anymore. It's pretty much just like kind of that fall to winter transition starting to happen. So, ooh, we almost got a hook in our hand. Gotta be careful. Oh snap. I think I did that exactly to the amount of emojis you put. I don't know how to pronounce your name, dude. What in the world? What is that? What is that emoji? Oh, he's telling me to get a haircut. Why, do you need some? I can give you some of these luscious locks. I mean, I use it for both, but I can throw a frog maybe. It's going to be 60 this weekend. Yeah, potentially. I can see that. There's actually a really nice frog here. I'm going to put you onto some game. Lana's life fan forever. Yo, I love the emojis. Yo, thank you to whoever dropped a like on the live stream. You're the first person to hit the like. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I'm not going to sit here and beg you guys to hit it, but if y'all want to, it does help the channel. It helps the live stream. Helps us reach more people. So thank you guys. Thank you always. Sorry, Gil. I'm trying to get to this frog real quick. I'm the 2. Thank you, Lena. I appreciate you. I am from Texas, the United States. I'm trying to get to this frog, but I'll be throwing swim bait, jig, sexy dog. Yeah, that's 3 really good baits, honestly, to be throwing. I'm from Texas, the United States. Where are you from? If you got one of these, look, if you don't, Gil, check this out. It's called a Teckle Honker, and it's got blades on the back of it. It's a soft belly topwater frog, but it's got blades on it. So you can actually retrieve it on a slow reel. You can also walk the dog with it. Nice bone color. It's got gold blades. This is like wintertime killer in my opinion. I haven't made a video on it yet, and I probably won't for a while just because I have so many other videos lined up and so many other things I want to show y'all, but definitely can check it out. Where can I find that frog at? You could probably find it on Tackle Warehouse, but I would just search Teckle. I believe it's called a Teckle Honker. Don't quote me, but you could Google search Teckle Honker, and I think that's what this frog is called. I'm not saying go get it, but it's definitely a different presentation whenever you want to frog and throw something in colder water, but still have something with some blade action. It does work. It is an effective bait, especially around lily pads. If you can find lily pads in a little bit colder water, dude, money. Which is kind of difficult. That's like a really specific situation, but still, you might have it. I don't know. Yeah, 6 cents frog. Is that the Vega frog? 6 cents Vega frog. I like 6 cents too, man. I think they make good baits. I like 6 cents, and I like Ben Milliken too. Lena, quit sending me scissors. I'm not gonna cut my hair. Yeah, the Vega frog. Yeah, that thing is sweet, man. Let me put all this mess up. I haven't got out there in a while. Can we play Simon Says? Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess. I thought it would be cool if I did a live stream where I went fishing and I made it to where it was like Simon Says, the live chat is Simon Says. So if you donate like $1 to Super Chat, you could be like, Simon Says fish this lure. So it's like Simon Says or Super Chat is the Simon Says, excuse me. And so you would donate $1 and be like, fish this lure. So if somebody said like fish a buzzbait, I would be forced to take whatever I have tied on, cut it off, and throw a buzzbait on, just because that's what the Super Chat says. That's what Simon says, you know? I think that'd be funny. I think that'd be really cool, and it'd be interesting, because then like if somebody called a bait and I switched to it and caught like a 10-pounder, that would be nuts. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You think Ned Rig will work in the fall? Oh, definitely. Ned Rig's a killer bait. I mean, pretty much year round, honestly. It's a great bed bait if you're fishing on bed for spring. I would just, if you see fish on bed, throw the Ned Rig and park it. Just let it sit there as long as you physically can. And you could give it some hops, but that's not really important. The key is keeping it on the bed. It's going to irritate the bass. They're going to want to go over there, pick it up, and move it off of their bed. That's when you set the hook. If you're fishing it in summertime, fish is great if you just like cast out, slow retrieve, drag the bottom, or stop and go motions. And in the fall time, you could throw it around, cast it, swim it around like a swim jig, essentially. If you're throwing a Ned Rig, I would throw on something that has appendages, like maybe like a Strike King, a Rage Bug, or a Ned Bug, excuse me, something like that. It would work. But like right now, I have this tied on to a very tiny little Ned Rig jig head. And it's just literally a Zoom, what is this, a baby fluke? A tiny fluke. I don't know what it's called, but it's just a tiny little Zoom fluke. I trimmed off maybe, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch, and then it sits flush on that jig head just like that. And pretty much I can work it like a Ned Rig and just have it sit there like that and stop and go. But what I'll probably end up doing is using it like a jig head minnow, essentially. So cast him around, jig him up and down. That bait pack of Slim Craws are amazing, yeah. Those will work great, dude. That definitely could work, and then if they're not hitting it, then switch to something that has no action. You know what I mean? Like switch to half of a stick bait or something, just like right there. My room is a mess. That's why I'm pulling baits out of nowhere. I'm literally just grabbing them off of my table and just... All right. I gotta put this stuff up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best cold water fisherman. I think I fish better when it's like hot water, or like when it's muddy or junk, or like, I don't know. I'm just not the best cold water or clear water. No, I won't say clear water. I'm good at fishing in clear water. I think I can see fish and make them eat, but like cold water, I'm not the best cold water fisherman. So wintertime, also typically, I just don't like getting out there, man. I'm so cold. I'm just like freezing my butt off the whole time. And the truth is, if you go out in the wintertime, you can potentially catch some of the biggest fish because people don't go out fishing in the cold. So so no flipping in the fall. Man, it really depends where you're at and in the vegetation you're dealing with, the cover you're dealing with. You could flip and pitch, but it would have to be like a smaller downsized bait, I think. Like you could throw a Zoom Speed Craw. You could throw a Reaction Innovations Sweet Beaver, but they're smaller size, not the 420. The I don't know what the smaller size is called, but think it's like the baby or the junior, but something that does not have too much appendage action, and it's just a smaller profile. I wouldn't flip and pitch something that's really big. Does that suck? Fall fishing is tough. It can be. It really can be if you don't know, if you don't have a graph, honestly, if you don't have some sort of a sonar to be able to see where they're shooting and flying around, it can be tough. Or if you don't know the signs to look for, like if you don't, well, sometimes they're not giving off signs. Like sometimes you don't see them chasing, or sometimes they're not hitting top water, or sometimes like XYZ. But what you really want to try and look for is try and find the bait fish. There's going to be a lot of it. So try and throw something that's obnoxious, that's really going to get a bite. If you're throwing a hard bait, I like to throw a bigger crankbait. That's why I like to throw this guy right here. It's like, it's a flat side crankbait, but it's got a nice kind of bigger profile, even though he is this slim. For example, if I was throwing a Berkeley Fritz side, if I pull one of those out for you, the size difference. Here, you know what? I'll show you a chick magnet right here. See if I can get one of these guys out. Ooh, hook in the hand. Oh, you know what? I'll just take this guy out too. I think he's a great bait to throw. Not necessarily this color, but here. DT6, great crankbait to throw if you're not throwing a flat side. I don't know about specifically throwing this red color right now, but just a DT6, maybe the bluegill pattern. I don't have it in here. I think it's in a different box, but this is what I wanted to show, excuse me. So we have, this is a Strike King chick magnet, and they're full size. And then this is a Rapala OG, or excuse me, Ots Garage Slim. This is their Slim. And it's actually bigger than the Strike King chick magnet. The profile on it is larger. And honestly, I kind of prefer that sometimes. Granted, this guy right here is silent, and then this guy right here, he's got a rattle in him. So there's some differences there. You definitely want to play around with that as well if you're cranking. That's why I'm asking what guys like the like button. It's amazing. You will be happy. So will he like the like button? Yes, totally agree. I'll be so happy. It means a lot. It does. I really appreciate it. You know what I mean? I'm happy to spend my time here with you guys though, regardless. So that's why I'm asking what baits to throw, because I haven't been getting a skunk. Man, I feel you. Throw a buzzbait, dude. I'm about to drop a video for you guys where I caught 2 huge fish, both of them pushing 4 pounds. One of them was, well, I'll just save it for the video. But yeah, throw a buzzbait, throw them slow. If you still have warmer water, buzzbait can be really, really effective. And it can be effective in the colder water situations as well, but you really want to reel it slow. And what I noticed to be effective is you really want something with a squeak. So, like, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that squeak sound, you really want your buzzbait to squeak. Otherwise, I don't feel like you get as many bites. Especially in that colder water. Like, you go real slow, it's like chirp, 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 chirp. It's just like squeaking real slow. It works, man. That, or you could throw a topwater prop bait. I just think a prop bait, excuse me, I think a prop bait tends to catch smaller fish sometimes, whereas a buzzbait can really draw out the bigger strike, although you will get less bites throughout the day. That's just my experience with a buzzbait. Should I sub? Man, if you want, you can. Shoot. I post almost every single day. I live stream at least once a week if I can. Like I mentioned earlier, I couldn't because the tripod broke last week, so I had to take a little bit of time off, just waiting, trying to recover it. But big shout out to KNF Concept. They're going to get that handled and taken care of. They already pretty much have, so no big deal. We're going to get a new tripod going for you guys, and we'll get right back to filming. But yeah, man, I post almost every single day. I live stream quite often. I put shorts. I post educational videos as well as entertaining videos. And then also just some of my other content is pretty different. Like, I just recently did a video at McClard's Barbecue in Hot Springs, Arkansas, where I pretty much filmed me going through their entire establishment and showing off their smokers, which, dude, those things are 3 times my age. I think they said they were made in like 1955 or 1949, something like that. I don't remember, but yeah. I've been throwing buzz baits, but mine spins, and it's making me mad. What do you mean? How does it spin? Like what do you? Is it not like it's rolling over like that or something? Like the bottom is coming up too quickly? Guys, look at this chatterbait box. Can you see this? I'm so scared to flip this upside down. There's so many dang chatterbaits in here. Lena, I appreciate you for subbing. Thank you. That means a lot. I'm going to keep working hard to make you guys proud. Okay, it's spiraling. Are you throwing a trailer on it? Like, for example, on this one, I have a Strike King Gurgle Toad, like a really big, heavy trailer. That way it can weight it down. It can keep this balance, the keel kind of situation going, and then this up here spins. That's really the key to throwing a buzzbait, is trying to properly balance it. If you don't throw, some people do throw a buzzbait without a trailer. It's doable, but you have to reel it pretty slow. You also have to hope that your buzzbait is balanced well. You're throwing a KVD frog. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I don't know why it would be spiraling. Gillmaster, you know a lot about fishing. Yeah, man. Gil's probably an OG. I don't know how long he's been fishing, but he's the Gill Master. Ain't that right? All right, I gotta put these crankbaits back in their box, but yeah, definitely recommend throwing some sort of a flat side. The OG Slim, if you're looking for a bigger profile, but it's silent, something that rattles, also works great. And I definitely recommend throwing around a Berkeley Fritz side too. Like if I pull him out, he's even smaller than both of these guys. So then you can play around with different size baits, trying to match the hatch. Or if you want to go the complete opposite route where you just know that these fish are pressured, you need to go with something smaller. Or you know that no one's throwing a bigger profile bait, you can do that too. Just play around with the sizes of your flat side. And I think that's what's really going to make a difference. Play around with the sound, and sound or no sound. That's also going to make a difference. Now can we play Simon Says, not trying to be sassy. Simon Says go fishing. That's what I say. Simon says go pick up a rod and go fishing. Don't buy any of this. No, I'm just kidding. Definitely take some sort of a bait with you and go fishing. Oh, you know what? This guy needs to sit out. Y'all want to see a really cool colored crankbait? I don't know if a lot of people have this color. This is pretty nuts. Will said, oh shoot, I got 3 messages right there. All right, let me start from the top. Gillmaster, I forgot the name of the KVD plastic frog name, but I throw a 3/8 ounce. Should I throw smaller buzzbaits so it doesn't do that? No, I'm not sure why it would spin. I throw a heavier buzzbait. I throw 1/2 ounce buzzbaits personally. I throw 3/8 as well when they're targeting smaller profile or when I'm fishing smaller bodies of water like a ponds. But even in larger ponds, I'll throw a 1/2 ounce buzzbait and it seems to trigger bigger bites. And I also like the weight on it. I get a farther cast and it does help keep the buzzbait down. So I go 1/2 ounce, man. I'm not gonna lie. You got any tips for fishing? Me and my dad can't catch anything. What are you fishing for, Will? Just let me know what you're fishing for. I'll see how I can help. Lena says, I can't, I'm sick. I'm really sorry. Condolences. I hope you get to feeling better. I know it's the worst when you're feeling sick and you're just stuck inside and you really can't enjoy stuff. So I really do hope you get to feeling better. This is that crankbait right here that I was talking about. I don't think a lot of people have this. It's a KVD 1.5 crankbait. I think it's called Red Hot Chrome. It's like chrome on the body. It's got a yellow stripe and then red up top. This thing looks crazy, dude. I don't know. I hope this is doing it justice. Let me see. I might try and flip the camera around. River fishing mainly. Not sure about the species in my local river. Is it a popular river? If it's a popular river, I could probably look it up and give you some information. But typically when you're river fishing, man, throwing a topwater walking bait, like a Sexy Dog or a Yozuri 3DB, I believe is what it's called. Don't quote me. Oh, man, what else? A topwater prop bait in bone works amazing. Bone colored baits at the river, I feel like just always work. Can I change my LED lights to flash? No, I'm gonna leave them the way they are if that's okay. This is a 1.5. This is a KVD 1.5, but the color on it is pretty rare. I don't see it often, actually. I don't see it anywhere when I go shopping at multiple different locations and stores. I've never seen this 1.5 other than one location. And it's chrome, yellow, and red. It looks insane, dude. I wonder if I flip the camera, would things look better for you guys? Can I try that real quick? Can I try flipping the camera and seeing what kind of an experience we get? If it's better or worse? Alright, we gotta redo that. Let me get these baits in this container, and I'm gonna try flipping the camera. Same here. I've never seen that color. Yeah, dude. I don't even see it online. It came straight from KVD packaging though, like straight Strike King, everything. It blew my mind. I don't know if I'll bring myself to throw it. I just don't want to lose it. Same here. No, it's okay. I'm being greedy and wanting everything. You can keep them the same. That's fine, Lena. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. We all want what we want. Here, you know what, Will? Let me see if I can find you some baits, bro, that you should throw at the river. That I can, like, show you. Gotta put all this up. All right. Well, you could throw a black and blue chatterbait with some sort of a fluke trailer. That can be really effective at the river. I just recommend whenever you fish it, this is for largemouth bass or spotted bass. You could also probably catch a smallie on it depending on how big it is, if it's a big enough river. But I would just cast as far as you can across and reel it not against the current, like across the current, if that makes sense. Don't reel it into the current, and don't reel. I mean, I guess you could cast towards the current and reel with the current, but I don't know. Just every time I fish a river, it seems like I have the best luck when I'm casting across and working it across the current. You can also throw, let me see. This guy right here, KVD Sexy Dog Jr. in bone. Wonderful river fishing bait. You'll catch smallies, spots, and largemouth on that. And also a Yozuri topwater walking bait, same kind of concept. I believe this is a 3DB. Yes, 3DB. Topwater walking bait, but some sort of a walking style type bait seems to always produce for me when I go fishing rivers. Lena, I apologize if we're saying your name wrong. We will do better. All of us will do better. My dad's cousin holds the world record for largest carp caught. It was 222 pounds. His name is Tim Webb. Not sure if he still holds the record. That's nuts, dude. 222-pound carp is huge. Alright, let me put all this stuff up. I'm going to try flipping the camera around for you guys and see if the quality is just a bit better. Because I know that there's a glare from this light that's ruining everything, and I already have a lot of hair in my face. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. Glare, hair, bars. Alright. Let me clean this mess up a little bit. Alright. Let's unplug our phone. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to mess around with this, try and get y'all a better angle so that glare is not so bad, and just to make get a better experience for everyone. I'll try those tips next time we go out fishing. Thank you for the tips. Yeah, man, just throw some sort of a topwater style type bait, a prop bait, if you know what that is. Here, 1 second. This right here, like a Berkeley Chopo, something like that. A prop style type bait. River to sea topwater prop baits, also an amazing bait to throw. All right, let's flip this around. I don't know. That might be better. That might be worse. I'm going to have to figure that out. Is that better or worse? I think I don't have a clue, honestly. I'm trying to look at it. I wish Strike King would make something like a Whopper Plopper. Yeah, that's a genius idea. You know what? Someone needs to @Strike King. They don't have a topwater prop style type bait, do they? I don't think they do. They just recently made the final copy. They made the hardliner, which, dude, that was awesome getting to talk to Mark about it. That was a huge pleasure, man. It was an amazing experience. He was just explaining the breakdown of the bait to me and just a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, they should make a topwater prop bait. You're right. They literally just made a big swim bait. They just made a nice flat style. I don't know why not. What's your favorite fishing rod? I'll show you in 1 second, Lena. Gotta head off, but enjoyed the stream. Keep it up, my guy. Will, thanks, bro. I really appreciate it. I'll make sure to keep it up. I'm gonna make everybody proud. All they have is a wake bait. Yeah, that's correct. Well, they have a pop style type bait, and then they have the Walker, the sexy dog, but they don't have a prop style type bait. You're totally right. I think that's the one. I think that's the only topwater they don't have. They have everything else. They have the KVD splash popper. They have the buzz bait, the KVD toad buzz bait. They have the sexy frog, or they have the pad perches, I think, or pop. What is it called? Golly, man, I'm shooting blanks right now trying to think. Pad perches, and then the pop and pad perch. I think that's what they're called. They have frogs. They have everything, except for a prop style type bait. That's crazy. You pointed that out. I feel like I'm being rude. No, you're not being rude. I just want to make sure I read everybody's stuff, and then I'll get up and grab this rod for you. I promise. Yep, I think me and you should ask. Dude, hey, if I ever interact with them, next time I'll make sure that I ask them. I will. I'll be like, hey, me and my buddy Gilmaster got a question. Why don't y'all have a prop style type bait? It may be in the works. We don't know. But hopefully it is. That'd be cool, because then it's like we called it. Is this better for you guys? Is this any different, or it's not different at all? Is it similar kind of situation? I don't know. Just let me know if this angle is better, or excuse me, if the camera being flipped is better. But let me grab that rod and show you my favorite. All right. All right, now I have a bunch of fishing rods, and some of them are worth more than others. This is not the most expensive one, and it's not the cheapest one either. But the reason why it's my favorite is because it's completely decked out purple. It's a Daiwa Chachula SV TWS in an 8:3 to 1 gear ratio, I believe, or 8:4 to, I don't know the exact 8 to 1 gear ratio. Doesn't have the middle number, but 15-pound fluorocarbon Berkeley 100% trilene fluorocarbon. It's my jigging rod. It's pretty much my favorite combo here. And then for the rod, it's a St. Croix Mojo Bass, the old school version, not the new ones. So I do believe these are discontinued. I like the old style one. I love the cork handle. I love the whole purple kind of theme they have going on, the old Mojo Bass script there. I love it. This is literally my favorite rod in all of them. And the reason why is because I can pretty much put a lure anywhere. I love the Tatula SVTWS for the fact of it being one of the best skipping reels, but also because of the speed gear ratio, the 8 to 1. I can pretty much hook a fish on a jig and reel them in stupid fast. I don't know, man. It's just my favorite combo. And I have a DC. I have a Shimano Corrado DC with the Shimano Corrado rod, and I love that rod. But this one just kind of sits somewhere different. Uh, it just really is my favorite rod, and it's just because my favorite color is purple, which I know it's probably a little bit weird being a dude, but I don't care. I love it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It looks cool, looks sweet as well. I think it's one of the nicest, aesthetically pleasing combos I have. I love the color again, like I said, and it's a jigging rod. Jig's my favorite lure to fish, so it's got to be this one. And it's kind of like hard to pick because I have so many that I like, but in truth, I love to fish jigs the most. So. Which I haven't done enough of on the channel. I think I need to fish more jigs for you guys. Show them off a bit more. It's the same, I think. It's fine with me. Okay, cool. Screen looks good. Alright, cool. No, everyone can like their own color. It doesn't matter what color you like. It doesn't matter about your personality. Thanks. Yeah, why not? I think purple's an amazing color. Like this PB&J, it's like green pumpkin. It's got purple fleck in it. I love throwing baits with purple in them. If you look at like all these baits up on my wall, at least one of the baits on every rack has purple in it, like at some point. I just think it's a really effective color as well. I don't think fish see it all the time. I think they see red more than anything, and chartreuse and stuff like that. So it's a nice different color. Alright, if the screen is the same, then I'm going to flip it back. That way I can comfortably... Yeah, I think that is the same. Okay. So... I have an old Corrado Bantam. Oh, that's awesome, bro. That's really cool. I kind of got into the DC scene late. I know a lot of people got into it pretty early, and if you did, you probably have like a Scorpion and the old Corrados and pretty much all the old Shimanos. That stuff is really cool, man. I like the Bantam. I would love to get more, but honestly, I think that the Corrado DC, and then I might get an SLX DC, and I think that'll probably be the farthest I go in terms of DC reels. I like them, but I think I like non-DC more. And there's certain situations I like to throw my DC, like when I'm throwing really light line. For me, my DC is basically a BFS reel, because it can do that. You can throw really light line and really light baits on it, as well as if you're fishing in the wind, you can still throw those really light baits. It's a great reel. It has its situation. I like the color blue. Blue is an amazing color. That's also one of my favorite colors to throw when I'm bass fishing. I love purple and blue, the top two right there. And then third maybe's got to be like watermelon seed. I love watermelon seed. My favorite color is green, but fishing, I'm a sucker with bluegill patterns. Yeah, that's fair. You are the gill master. But also, I think bluegill patterns work year-round, because I think bass are always feeding on bluegill at some point. Like, year-round. Whether it be summertime, they're eating them on the docks, or wintertime when they're eating them out deep. I think they're eating bluegill all the time, actually. I think so. And especially if you're a pond fisherman like me, I know I throw a lot of bluegill baits. This is a really top tier bait right now to be throwing before it gets too cold, depending on where you're at. If you're up north, it probably is too cold. I don't know. But you can catch fish on a crankbait in like 50 degrees, so don't ever think you can't. It's the only one I have. It's my learner bait caster. See, that's really smart. That's kind of something I did as well. Having a DC, you can pretty much hand it to somebody that has never thrown a bait caster, and they will learn how to throw a bait caster by throwing a DC. You'll throw the DC so much that you get comfortable throwing a bait caster, making those casts and thumbing it and everything, that when you switch to a normal non-DC reel, you actually can translate a lot of that muscle memory. That is something that I truly believe in. Everyone can like a color. Heck yeah, Lena. Anybody can like a color. Dude, I love pink. Look at this. Boogerman lures. Probably my favorite buzz baits. These are some top tier baits, guys. Pink. Pink. I loved it. And I specifically asked for this when I saw the gentleman at the Boogerman's booth, and I was like, dude, can I please have that? Like, I see that pink buzz bait. I'll make a video on it, and I do plan on doing that for you guys on the channel. But it's just so cool, man. Here's one of those bluegill patterns. Mr. Gillmaster. Just a standard white. God, I love these Boogerman buzz baits. They're phenomenal, guys. If you're looking for one of the best buzz baits in the game, yeah, I'd rock with it. Boogerman's Accent makes some good ones as well. Jacob Wheeler's brand Accent, they make some good buzz baits as well. And the Three Brothers Baits one, man, I'm not gonna lie. These guys are, I mean, relatively new to the scene as opposed to some of these other companies, but this is an amazing buzz bait. Half-ounce albino pairs perfectly with this gurgle toad. I caught some huge fish, man. I cannot wait to drop this video for you guys. It's gonna be crazy. You look 20 or 17? Is there like bluegill shad combo color? The only color I could think of that's like that is maybe a bluegill shad color combination, like maybe like a green pumpkin pearl. That's probably the closest thing I could think of to it. You look like 17 or 20. You look like 20 or 17. You look like 17 or 20. You said the same thing but flipped them. I see what you did there. I'm neither. I'm a little bit older, but that's a good thing. I'll take looking young. I'll take it. All right. This is what I was going to mention. Throwing a DT6 Rapala bluegill color. Probably one of the best crankbaits in the game. Obviously, just throwing any sort of a DT. DT6 is probably one of my favorites just pond fishing. That's why I'm recommending it. And then that bluegill pattern, phenomenal. This guy right here catches fish. What else? What else? What else? I think that's pretty much it, man. I've covered all the topics. Are you 30? No, I'm not 30. Not yet. Quit trying to put me in a box, Lena. Categorize me by age. I'm an alien. I've been here for hundreds of years. I'm Duke Dennis's cousin. I'm not 28. I'm 25. Yep, right there in the middle. Been fishing for, geez, I don't know how long. I think I started when I was like 5 years old. I started out bluegilling, or pan fishing, I guess you could say, with a bamboo stick and some mono, just twisted around the end. And these old flies, like these old foam flies. They used to make these foam flies with a small hook in it, and golly, I can't remember what they're called, but you just look up like a foam fly or a foam bug fishing lure, and it'll pop up. You're about to ask me when I started fishing? Yeah, I started when I was about like 5 years old. I started pan fishing, so I guess you could say I've been fishing for 20 years. But bass fishing, I've probably been fishing. I probably got into bass fishing more in my teenage years. Whenever my buddies, shout out to Hayden and Jacob, they actually put me onto bass fishing, really. The first lure they gave me was a Yamamoto Senko. It was the same thing, watermelon seed, just like this. This right here is a Yum Dinger. This is not a Senko, but I went out and caught like so many fish that day with it. I was so excited, and I was in love with bass fishing. I think I was like 13 or 14 at the time. It was like middle school, or I was just getting into high school. I don't think it was. I want to say it was middle school, so maybe I was like 12. I don't remember, but it was somewhere around those preteen to teen years that I started getting into bass fishing and like really liking it. And I just loved it ever since. I loved fishing, but I was never that good at it. Well, let me rephrase that. I was always good at fishing, but I was never really that technical. I didn't know how to tie knots that good. I didn't know how to pair a bait and what color to throw and what plastic to do. I didn't know any of that stuff. I wasn't aware that there was like patterns or like seasonal patterns or certain baits you want to throw in certain water clarities. I was not aware of all the pieces to the puzzle that I had to get together. And sometimes that ignorance is bliss, because then you're not really thinking about it and you just go out fishing and have a good time. But uh, once you start getting into the, I guess, the bass fishing game, or the game of bass fishing, it starts to get more intricate, it starts to get more interesting, and you eventually start figuring out what colors you like to throw when and where and how and all that good stuff. So I think I started progressing into that after I got out of high school, because I was not so focused on, not that I wasn't focused on studies. I got my degree, but I just mean in the sense of I wasn't really that into schooling, and I was more focused on like fishing at the time. So then it really just became something that uh, I fell in love with even more. It's crazy. Like you like something, then you just keep liking it and liking it. You think, man, I'm gonna get over this eventually. I'm gonna get tired of it, right? You eat something so many times that you just think, okay, well, I'm not gonna have a Twinkie anymore. I've had too many. They taste weird now. It's not like that with fishing, man. It's really not. It's always a good day to be fishing. A good day of fishing beats a day of work any day of the week. Lena, you're going wild. Yo, why is it hiding that? It should show that. What in the world? Why would it hide that? Just because the emoji spam? I don't care. Let's get it to 10 likes. I'm with Lena. If there's any questions that you guys have for me, feel free to ask. Um, if there's anything, like feel free. If there's any fishing related questions, if there's any channel related questions, if there's something that y'all want to see, recommendation, just let me know, guys. Same here. I left the football career. I was really good at football, but I decided to fish because I had more fun with it than sports. Yeah, man. A good thing to think about is there are commercial fishermen that have boats and they go catch tons of fish with big old nets and they make a bunch of money off of it, but there's no joy in that. You're just monetizing it. And at the end of the day, you're gonna like, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's not really like, you're not really fishing. You're not enjoying your life. You're not relaxing. At the end of the day, you're gonna want to sit back and relax. So fishing, just going out with a standard, rod, reel, line, going fishing, it's kind of different. It's therapeutic. It's, I don't know. It's different. It's not the same. It's not like you're trying to run some sort of a big old business and rake in a bunch of money. You could do that. All of us probably could do that. All of us as fishermen could probably go get a boat and make it our effort to try and catch fish to sell. But if we all did that, then we're kind of losing purpose. Um, it's almost better to just sit back and relax and just fish and enjoy yourself. Used to play t-ball. That's cool. I used to play soccer. I was into soccer, and then now I like to play a lot of basketball. If y'all saw on my channel, we did a little neighborhood hero video where I went to this pond, and there's a basketball court that pretty much every time you shoot the ball, it bounces, it goes over the net, it goes into the pond. So there's like literally like 10 different basketballs sitting in the pond. I went and got a bunch of them out, put them back in the court for everybody to use. I ended up catching a pretty big fish while I was on the kayak as well, which that was a lot of fun. I think that was the biggest bass we caught this year on the kayak. It was around 2 pounds and some change, maybe three. Um, I really don't know. I didn't have my scale with me, but it's pretty cool. BRB, sure thing, brother. I'm just going to be editing and working on a video, so if there's anything y'all want to see or hear, feel free to leave me a question, ask about it, anything about the channel, anything fishing related. If you need advice about a bait, feel free to ask. Just kind of relaxing and hanging out for the morning, and eventually I'm going to go do something else. Sorry about that, guys. Trying to see where the lighting looks good. That does not look good. That's a bit better. Okay. I think that this might have been the best move right here. Hair's kind of getting in my face. Shout out to Missile Baits, yo. Shout out to John Cruz. Gave me this pretty sweet hat. I got some Missile Bait stuff that I'm excited to fish with. That I did not get from John Cruz. I actually went out and purchased this stuff. But that was previous to even meeting him, so that has no correlation. I just pretty much got a whole bunch of Missile Baits that I'm excited to try out and fish on the channel. But I think it's pretty cool that I got a hat now, so I can throw around some of these baits and wear the hat, rep the merch. It'd be cool, man. How's everybody doing? Everyone doing all right? My back is about to die. Let me go grab my charger real quick, guys. Just give me one quick moment. All right. My bad, guys. I had to go get my charger. This thing was dying on me. Back. Welcome back, Lena. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's been kind of a slow morning. Usually we have a lot more people in the live stream. Not that I'm complaining or anything. I'm just saying. Feels like it's kind of a slow morning. I don't know. I was expecting everybody to be up and at it. Friday day morning kind of thing going on, but I guess not. Maybe everybody's at work and at school still. Okay. Lena said, I saw a guy on my For You page. He made a fishing rod out of balloons and a red fish at the bottom. I'm sorry, I did not get that last part. A red fish at the bottom. Out of balloons and a red fish at the bottom. I don't know. That's wild. Yeah, you can definitely be innovative and create a whole bunch of stuff. Yo, make sure y'all hit that like button. I really appreciate it. We are 2 likes away from being at double digits. That would be pretty cool. Just chillaxing for this morning, working on some videos, kind of talking about some baits, giving out advice, answering questions. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I might go do some fishing tomorrow. I don't think I'll be going today. It's just a little bit cold, as well as we've got some work to do here, editing a video for you guys that we're going to drop later on this evening. So, yeah. Hopefully we can get on the For You page, Lena. Welcome back, Gil. We're just hanging right now, trying to get to 10 likes. We are 2 likes away, and we will be at double digits. That'll be awesome. YouTube also added this new, like, kind of thing going on where if you want, you can send these, I don't know what they're called, badges, or I don't know if it's called gifts on here. I don't have a clue. It's kind of like the TikTok thing where you send like a little emoji or whatever. But yeah, you guys can feel free to enjoy that as well. I don't have a clue how it works exactly. Yeah, it seems like it'd be fun. Who knows? But I do think I would love to do the live stream where I actually go fishing, set up a tripod, and like pretty much super chat, as the Simon says, and then everybody can pick what I'm fishing with. I just think that'd be a great idea. And I just think it'd be a lot of fun too. People would have the freedom of choice to see the fishermen they want fish with a lure. And then if I catch a fish on that lure, how cool would that be, you know? Like, you donate to see me fish with a stick bait, and then I throw a stick bait and catch a fish. I don't know. I guess a stick bait wouldn't be the most action packed, but I'm sure you get the idea. Here's kind of a mess this morning. I woke up and it was just like, poof. Is what it is, though. You like using 3-inch or 4-inch craws? That's a great question. It just depends on the situation I'm in. Like right now, time of year, it's colder water. I would throw a smaller profile. Personally, I would throw a 3-inch. Come closer to spring, when you want something that's a bit bigger profile, or whenever it's summertime and you want something that has a bit more water displacement, in my opinion, I like to go with the 4-inch. It gives them like a bigger profile to eat. I think the bait fish kind of get a little bit bigger in the summertime and later on as well through fall. Just like once it starts getting cold, I like to transition to the 3-inch. So, for example, a Zoom Speed Craw works great right here. Ultra Vibe Speed Craw. See if y'all can see that. Yeah, it's in that blackberry color. So if you're dealing with dirty, muddy water, perfect flipping and pitching kind of guy. What else? Then maybe like summertime full profile. Might rock out with a brush hog. Go with that. California 420 brush hog, something like that, or a full-sized lizard. It just really depends on what the fish are biting. Brain box, yeah. Yeah, man. Always be adaptable. I think that's the way that you can catch the most fish, is don't be set in stone about a specific way, and like don't be stubborn, right? Like if the fish are not eating something, you have to make an adjustment. Even if you were to stick it out and catch one fish, that's not an efficient way of fishing, because you spent an hour trying to catch one fish when you could potentially pick up the right bait and catch 10 fish in that 1 hour. So yeah, always be adaptable. Downsize in the right situation. Obviously try to match the hatch. If you know that there's bigger profile bait fish there, doesn't matter time of year, whatever. If you know that there's bigger profile fish in there, go for the bigger profile. If you know that, you know what I mean, like just try and play it based on situation, because it's all relative, and depending on where you're fishing and what you're fishing and time of year and how, it's all going to play a part. There's too many pieces in the puzzle. So just don't be set in stone about anything, and you'll be able to adapt and change things more freely, and not be stuck fishing one certain way. Like, I have no problems if I make like 3 casts with the bait and I'm just like, nope, I'm not feeling it, I'll put it up. Like, even if that might be a good bait to throw at that time, if I'm not feeling it, I'll put it up, because I know that I'm going to be really repetitive on casts. I'm going to be lackluster on putting in action and trying to make that bait come to life. If I don't want to throw it, I'm not going to throw it, because it's not going to be a good time. If I want to throw something, like if I'm happy to throw a jig or a topwater or whatever the case may be, I'm into it. I'm going to put my energy into it, and that's what's going to produce results. So try and trust your gut. Try and go with your feeling. I mean, literally, it's called Sixth Sense for a reason. I think that's something a lot of people have lost sight of in fishing, is that it's an instinctual thing. It's something that we've been doing for years and years and years, and we've developed to this point, sure, but we were doing it at a time when we didn't have any of this stuff, when we had sticks that were whittled to be gorge hooks, and line, like braided line made out of plant fibers. It's just, or even human hair. You don't even, the possibilities are endless. But what I'm trying to get at is, we've been fishing for a really long time, and it's something that we've always used instinct for. So definitely still plays a part. I have to get that, because I am like, I want to catch the fish on what I want instead of what they want. Yeah, exactly. That, and I think that's a lot of problem anglers have. I think every angler has that issue. I think it's a mental struggle that we all deal with while we're on the water. And the ones that excel are the ones that push past that and, like, figure out the clues to the puzzle, like, or figure out the pieces to the puzzle faster. You know what I mean? So the faster you put up the bait that's not working, the faster you can move on to the next piece. It's like you have that game. It's like you have a puzzle, right? And a lot of the puzzle pieces are in there, and you're picking up pieces trying to fit it in there. Well, you can't keep trying to make a square peg fit in a circle hole, so you have to change it up. You know what I mean? Till something fits, till something clicks, and then you figure it out. Oh my gosh. Join clips. Dang, I was really expecting a lot more people to be on live stream today. I guess everybody's probably kind of stuck at work or school right now. Maybe later on in the day, be more active. Would you like to do a live stream with me about baits to throw in the fall? Yeah, potentially in the future. Fall season's kind of over for me now. It's like fall to winter transition right now, and kind of just working on this video right now at the moment. But yeah, potentially in the future. Man, I'm really excited to drop this video for you guys. We caught some huge fish on a buzzbait. I'm telling y'all. If it's still warm enough on y'all's body of water, and when I say warm enough, I mean like, I don't know, 55, 60 degrees is like pushing it. But here in Texas, the water is still pretty warm. Throw that buzzbait around, that 70-degree water temp. Boosh! Locking up on some big ones, I'm telling you. It almost seems to weed out the small fish because you're throwing something that's obnoxious enough to like scare away small fish, and any big fish is gonna really get annoyed by it and go up there and slam it. So yeah. Man, we're 2 likes away from 10. It's gonna be 60 where I'm at, but not sure what the water temperature will be. If you're fishing a lake, then you should look up the lake report. So if it's like Lake Fork, I would search, for example, on my phone, Texas, I would search Lake Fork fishing report, and then it will tell me the water temperature from at least some sort of a time frame. Like, let's say they typically update it weekly. So if I check it on a day that they just updated it, the information is fresh. But if it's like I checked it from a week ago, then you can assume that the water temperature has dropped down a few degrees from whatever they've said. But yeah, it's a good way to do it. Just check out your fishing report. From like right to left. There's another one. From like right to left. Here we go. Sheesh. Slow morning, guys. I wonder where everyone's at. We've been live streaming for an hour and a half. And it's kind of wild. Y'all ever fish with them fuzzy dice, them OSP fuzzy dice? I just like made a homemade one. I watched Mike Iaconelli's video where he cut up a little chicker craw, and you can make these little fuzzy dice yourself at home. I hope this is doing it justice. Not really. It doesn't look the best, but I'm gonna try it anyways. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Hey everybody, welcome into the live stream. Appreciate y'all being here always. Please hit that like button. We're trying to get to 10 likes. That's the goal. It'd be cool to get to 10 likes. Double digits, you know what I mean? 10 pounder. We all want a 10 pounder. That water temperature will be in the 50 degrees. Sheesh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's pretty cold, man. Crankbait. I think that's the only hard bait I would throw. Crankbait, maybe a spinner bait. That's just very cold water temperatures. You could throw a blade bait. You could throw a lipless, maybe. Two likes from double digits, yo. For everybody in here, please hit that like button. We're almost there. That's what I was going to do. Crank, spinner, blade, jig. Yeah, that is correct. That's what you mentioned earlier. I think that's the move, man. Crank, spinner, blade, jig. Yeah, that's perfect, dude. Yep. Work the swim jig extra slow. Yo, we got one more like. Let's go. 9 likes. One more like and we'll be at the double digit. Double digi likes. 10 pounders. I see 9 likes. Yeah, man. Let's go. That's lit. Who's going to be the 10th? Who's going to be the 10th? That's the question. The double digit. I don't think it's going to matter too much, but now you see 10 likes. Somebody liked it. Maybe it's got a load on my end. That's wild. Let's go. Let's go. Double digit. Man, I really appreciate everybody being here. Always. You know what I mean? I'm going to make sure I keep the content coming. We're going to be posting almost every single day as always. I do take off some days just because I know everybody's kind of busy with school. We got the holidays coming up and, you know, everybody's working, busy. But, yeah, I'm going to try and keep up the posts for y'all. Definitely be posting every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I love to post on the weekends. I just think that, you know, everybody's off. Give y'all something to watch. Everybody can relax and enjoy it. And then I'll probably be dropping as much content as I can in between then. I kind of try posting on Wednesdays as well. And I'll also try and hop on the live stream as much as possible. KNF Concepts already probably going to get us a tripod sent out, so it's not a big deal. Don't worry. There's going to be more of these, but not too worried. Glad I'm back. It was a rough patch, but I'll be communicating with you for sure. Yeah, man, I'm glad to hear. I do apologize and condolences. I don't know what you're going through. You know, nobody knows what anybody's going through at the end of the day. And I hope that everybody's doing all right. And, you know, just condolences for everybody that's going through something. Times can be tough. Just keep at it. Just keep being persistent. We're only human at the end of the day. And, life is not easy, so yeah, it's tough. Yeah, man, my pleasure, dude. I wish you the best. I hope everything's going all right. Hope the fish are treating you all right too. I know it can be tough fishing fall to winter transition, and then also the wintertime fishing is also not that easy. So just keep your head up. It'll warm up eventually. Springtime will come, and we'll be right back out fishing. It'll be a good time. Do you see the new mini hammer trap? Mini hammer trap. I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to look it up right now. Oh yeah, I think we talked about this last time. The little mini hammer? I think we talked about this. Or was it a different trap? Did we talk about a different trap last time? I think we talked about a different one. Maybe I'm tripping. It is pretty sweet though. Oh, the mini hammer trap. So we talked about the hammer trap last time, and now they have the mini hammer trap, I think. If I remember correctly. Same trap. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. It looks nice. I like it. I like throwing downsized traps. Recently we got sent some baits by a company that I'm kind of trying out for you guys, and I'm filming a video as well on the channel, and they sent me a tiny little micro trap. It's 3/8 ounce. God, I love that thing. I love a small rattle trap profile. Honestly, I think it catches fish. A lot of them. And I think a big profile does too. I'm not saying it doesn't. I think a small sized trap can catch a boatload of fish. Like a ton of them. They may not be the biggest, but yeah. Yeah, you probably could throw a trap. I don't see why not. A lot of the times people yo-yo traps for fish, I believe, in the wintertime. Like, for example, they use these little tiny, like, it's like a little, I think it's called a vibe, like a I don't know what it's called. Ice fishing rattle trap. Yeah, they throw these. Yeah, a mini vibe. It's called a mini vibe. They throw them. So if people are throwing them in ice fishing situations, I don't see why you couldn't throw it in cold water degree temperatures. And that's the thing, is a lot of people think that bass aren't eating. Like, what you think, they just go a whole 3 months or so without eating? Like, they're feeding on something. They're out there eating something. You can catch them year round. Obviously, if the lake is frozen over, you physically can't access it unless you were to ice fish and drill down. But even then, people ice fish. People catch fish in ice water. So yeah, it's not that they won't bite. They will just be really tough and lethargic. But they are eating something to stay alive. They're out there. And the same thing goes with like people that think that the fish aren't eating when it's like 110 degrees outside. Like, they're eating something. You just got to flip up in that mat or up under a dock. Like, they're there. They have to. They have to be feeding. So, and if they don't want to eat, as an angler, it's your job, or it's your role as a fisherman, to make them eat. So, I don't know. Cold water fishing can produce some really good results. That's what I know. And it's a lot of people don't do it, so it's very under pressured. And yeah, I just noticed that fishing tends to be the best for me in extreme situations, because it tends to lead to not having a lot of pressure on that body of water. If it's really cold weather for a while, people are just tucked inside, that's when I want to go out. Same for if it's really hot. If it's really rainy, like right after a bunch of rainstorms, I'll try and be the first person out. Or even maybe go out in the rain. I just don't like to fish when it's lightning, because you're holding a rod with metal tips up in the air. It's almost like asking to get shocked. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh man, I'm getting a bit tired. My hair's kind of a mess. Might hop off the live stream here soon, guys. Just doesn't seem like there's too many people on this morning, which is not a big deal. I've been on here for like 2 hours now almost, and yeah, it's just not really that active, and I don't want to get too drained out trying to do this and work on this video for you guys. And I'm also working on a short for y'all, and in between all of that, I'm working on filming the next video for you guys, and it just all adds up. So weightless Texas rig, a good idea, because I was thinking of throwing 3-inch crawl. I mean, you could, yeah. It wouldn't hurt. I tend to not have good luck on soft plastics when it's cold, unless I'm throwing a soft plastic that does not have a lot of profile or a lot of action. So a beaver bait, a beaver style type bait can be good. So yeah. I'm not gonna hop off just yet, Gil. I'll probably just I'll hang out for a little bit longer. We'll just see if anybody kind of joins in later as the day rolls on. I was kind of hoping so, but it's no big deal. I love it when we have a bunch of people in here and everybody's just like spamming the chat, and I'm just trying to read everything as fast as I can. It's a lot of fun, because then it's just like so much interaction happening at once. There's a bunch of different ideas and personalities and thoughts and chats. It's funny. It's a good time. That's not to say I'm not having a good time now, but you could throw a swim bait if you are wanting to get bit. You could throw like a paddle tail swim bait, a downsized a 2.8 or a 3.25. Yeah, that could totally work if you throw a really small downsized swim bait. Or underspin could work good. Something simple. I'm just throwing, this is a white caffeine shad, or pearl, excuse me, just on an underspin. I missed like a 3-pounder the other day throwing this guy. It was frustrating. It's pretty upsetting. Yeah, paddle tail, you can never go wrong with the paddle tail year round. Pretty much one of the best baits. Obviously, it just looks like a, a, a bait fish swimming around. So yeah, I'm really excited to go out and do some fishing with these baits that I got tied on. You're making me want to go fish, Gil. Gonna throw the mayor. That's genius, man. Really good idea. The reason the mayor is going to be effective in that cold water situation is he doesn't have as many ridges on the body, so it's actually going to swim through the water, I mean, that much better. Um, as well as it's not going to disperse too much of it. It's going to be really nice and sleek. It's going to have a nice tight wobble in that colder water. It's really what you want. So yeah, actually, I could really see you getting bit on that, especially if you throw the mayor on the underspin. It's a good idea. You could throw it by itself. You could throw it on the underspin. You could throw it as a trailer on a spinnerbait. Like, for example, on this spinnerbait right here, I have something similar. It's not a mayor. I don't remember what it is. It could be a zoom paddle tail. It could be something else. I really don't remember. But same concept. It's got that flat body, no ridges, no none of that. As a trailer on the swim bait. Money. I'm going to go with something that has more thump. So this is a double Colorado. It's a Booyah Buzz bait, or spinnerbait, excuse me. But I have on my spinnerbait rod tied up a double willow. So I'll start out throwing the double willow. I'll see what kind of reactions I get. If I don't get any reactions, I'll then switch to the Colorado for more thump. And that's typically how I like to start out fishing any sort of situation. If I'm fishing topwater, if I'm fishing jigs, if I'm fishing crankbaits, I like to start out more finesse and work my way towards being more obnoxious, I guess you could say. Just simply for the being of, I don't want to throw like a really loud bait and mess up the area because I just scared a bunch of fish off. And I think that's truly a thing. If you fish clear water, you can see you make a cast and you start working something that's just freaking them out, they'll move away. They'll just straight swim away. They won't be interested. And so yeah, better to start, less is more, you know what I mean? Start out small, work your way up, and it's a good way to fish. And don't overthink it too. At the same time, just have fun. Fishing is fishing. That's all you're supposed to do. Just have a good time. Yeah, man, that's something I think I struggle to remember a lot of times too when I'm on the water. I think all of us as anglers, the more we get invested into fishing, the more we forget that. Just have fun, have a good time, have fun. It's about fishing, and just if you enjoy the small parts of fishing, catching a fish will make it feel that much better. I remember when I was a kid, I used to just, I mean, still to this day, just enjoy watching the line come off of my reel. As I make a cast and I'm looking at the line just coming off of that spool, it's a good feeling. I like looking at it and watching it, and then catching a fish is that much more enjoyable. Trying to make videos, but I have the ideas right out, go out and no fish. Yeah, man, sometimes it's like that. Um, a lot of it, a lot of it has to do with, you know, you're fishing a body of water that has a good amount of fish. Like for me, it's really tough. All I fish is public bodies of water. If I'm gonna be honest real quick and not to call anybody out, a lot of these anglers fish private water, or they fish like a yeah, it's private water. It's a body of water that's either stocked or it's on a property that they're allowed to go fish on, or they're paying to get into a stocked area But a lot of the time, these guys film videos in stocked ponds, or they're filming these videos in private ponds. That's just not genuine, in my opinion. I don't think you're giving the baits a fair shot. I like to go places where there's pressure. So all of my videos, you'll see, like, if it's a private pond, I'll make sure that I mention that and it's known, because I don't want people thinking I'm going to this pond that's public and I'm catching all these fish. It's not how it works all the time. I get skunked too. Everybody gets skunked. Going out to a public pond and catching big fish is not as easy as everyone wants to make it seem. That's just my personal opinion. And I'm talking about those really public ponds, like in your neighborhood, getting hit every single day by multiple anglers at different times of day, by different baits, by the same baits you're throwing. Like, there's ponds I go to that literally there's constantly at least like 3 or 4 people there every hour of the day till it gets dark. And then there's people that night fish it as well. Then you wake up in the morning and it's just like a slew of baits, mess of stuff. There's like cut up bluegills, knives, and y'all have seen that on my channel where I literally find stuff. Like the last short I just posted where I just found stuff fishing. Y'all know how much stuff I find when I go out. It's kind of crazy. But it's because I fish these areas that are almost like overly pressured. It's like beyond pressured. You go there and the fish are just gone. Like they're hiding so far away in different little nooks and crannies in the center of the pond. Like you're not gonna find them like that easy. So don't beat yourself up, man. That's my pond in the backyard. That's my pond in the backyard. Everything you say. What do you mean? You mean you have a private pond in your backyard? Because that is really cool. I'm not hating on private ponds by any means. I wish I had one, but I don't have that luxury, and that's why I fish public ponds. But I was just trying to say, like, don't get too beat up on yourself when you watch all these YouTubers going out catching fish all the time. It's not that easy, and it's not like half of them are fishing private ponds or stocked ponds anyway. So yeah, don't beat yourself up too much, man. Golly. All right. It's getting around that time. We're still at 9 likes. I thought we hit 10. Dang, we're about to be at 100 minutes live streamed and we can't get 10 likes. We need one more like. Who is going to be our 10th like? Oh, it's a public pond and everyone fishes it and the fish are hard to find or gone. Yeah, man. It really is like that. Like, I know multiple ponds here. That's the thing, is people see, oh, you're from Texas. There's all the big fish out there. There's all the best bodies of water. Lake Fork, Texoma, whatever. Man, it is not what people think. Texas is the most popular state for bass fishing. Other than maybe, I mean, Texas definitely has Florida beat, but they're very close. You know, it's like Florida and Texas are huge for just fishing in general. So beyond bass fishing, like in Florida, you have snakehead fishing, you have peacock bass fishing, you've got all sorts of different stuff. And then here in Texas, you've got largemouth fishing, you've got catfishing, you've got gar fishing, you've got bluegill pan fishing, you've got all sorts of crazy different stuff that people will go out and relentlessly beat these ponds till they have no sense of like, or till they have every sense of what a fisherman is, but they have no sense of like, oh, this is what the wild or freedom is. Like, these fish might as well be in captivity at this point. They've seen so many lures, they've seen so many fishermen, so many different things being thrown at them. It's crazy. Have you ever smiled for a whole hour straight? No, but I'm about to be there, man. We're at like 100 minutes and I'm still not at 10 likes, bro. What? Come on. We can't get 1 like. We can't get up to 10. No, I have not smiled for an hour straight, though. I mean, maybe I have. I don't have a clue. If I went to, like, a comedy show. I've never been to one. 10 likes. Let's go. We did it. We did it. Woo! Let's go. 10 likes. Love it. Double digits. Thank you. Shout out to the 10th like. Shout out to everybody that liked it to get up to 10 likes. We made it. We're famous, guys. Nah, I appreciate it, guys. Bro, you're so funny. Just trying to bring some energy, man. Feels like it's been a bit of a slow morning. I've been streaming for almost like 2 hours straight, and I was kind of hoping that we could get like a huge crowd, you know, engaging. But so far, I appreciate everybody being here. We're having a great time. So we'll just keep on reading out everybody's chats and communicating. Do you have a good joke? Oh, I guess my fishing career. No, I'm just kidding. Good joke. Man, off the top of my head, that's tough. You're putting me on the spot. I'm not like a joke kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like a why did the chicken cross the road kind of dude. I'm more like a make a funny thing happen in the moment. So, you got a good joke. I'd love to hear it. Crane says, "What do you call a cow that jumped over a barbed wire fence?" A cow that jumped over a barbed wire fence. I don't know. Shish kebab? That's messed up. That's kind of messed up. Utter destruction. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess technically that's true. Yeah. Jeez, that's brutal. But also correct. Yeah, I get you. Utter destruction. See what you did there? Bro, I'm so hyped we got 10 likes. It looks so cool. We have 10 likes, dude. Double digits. I'm hyped. I'm not going to push for 11. Just going to be happy that we got 10. Golly. Live streaming is tiring, guys. I'm not going to lie. It does take a little bit out of you. Just trying to sit in front of the screen and entertain and chat and read everybody's stuff and show off baits. And same time edit a video. And it adds up. But it's fun, guys. I enjoy doing this for everybody. I love having this channel and this audience and getting to make videos for everyone to watch. It's always a pleasure. I enjoy filming them. I enjoy fishing. I like editing the videos. And I do everything myself. I film everything. I edit everything. All my ideas are mine. Completely original ideas. I write everything down in a notebook over here. What's green, fuzzy, and would kill you if it fell from a tree? Green, fuzzy, and would kill you if it fell from a tree. I don't know, bro. The way you're setting these up is like I don't have a clue where they're going, but they make sense. What would it? A pool table. What? A pool table, bro? Of course, if a pool table fell off of anywhere, it would kill you. Why a tree? Bro, that's funny. A pool table. What would a pool table be doing in a tree? How did it get there? I think if a pool table's in a tree, we have bigger problems. We got to figure that part out first. That's a good line at a party. Yeah, that is funny. That is, because it's just like straight to the joke, you know what I mean? Like unexpected. I don't know what it's called. Like not dark humor, but it's I can't remember. That's funny. Big ups, brother. Appreciate you. I need a headband. Yo, if there's a company out there that makes headbands that wants to get me a headband so I can just like something like that, so I can still see you guys and y'all can see me. Yeah, we need a headband company to reach out. That's how y'all know I made it. When I got a big old headband on, keep my hair out of my face. I'm not cutting it. I'm not cutting it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want the scissor emojis. I'm not cutting my hair. Bro, I've been looking for my phone for the past 5 minutes and I realized that I'm using it to stream right now. Has anyone ever done that? Like you're looking for your phone really bad and you cannot find it anywhere. And it's like in your hand, you're like on the phone with somebody and you're like, dude, like where's my phone? It's right there. I just goofed so bad. Golly. Well, it's getting close to 12 o'clock here, so I might kind of get close to ending the live stream. We've been streaming for an hour and 5 minutes. What is that? Not an hour and 5 minutes, bro. I'm tripping. 105 minutes. So what is that? An hour and 45? Close to 2. I'm getting a bit tired. I told my wife I was going to build a car out of spaghetti. She said I was crazy. A car out of spaghetti. She said I was crazy. But you should in your face when I drove past that. That's funny, man. There was a joke I heard from some crackhead outside of a gas station, and he goes, what do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. And I was like, okay. What type of fishing do you usually do? Bass fishing. Largemouth bass fishing is typically what I do, but to be honest, I'm kind of I'm a multi-species fisherman. So I like to pretty much fish for anything and everything that swims under the sun. Sometimes I literally make it my goal to catch everything that's in a 5-mile radius. So, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Do you ever go fly fishing? Man, I wish. I think that's probably next on the list. I know I need to get... I have too many rods, first of all. I know that, okay? I don't want to hear it. But I would like to get another one. I want one more spinning rod, and that's it. I have all the bait casters I want. I have almost every single spinning rod I want. There's just one spinning rod combo I want. It's going to be super nice and fancy, just to kind of like spoil myself for having a really nice spinning rod combo, because all of my spinning rod setups are like $100 or less, so they're nothing crazy. I want something nice. I love spinning rod fishing. Then from there, I'm working on getting a fly rod, and I want to do some fly fishing. Yep, I would love to catch me some brookies, catch me some browns, catch me a little rainbow. You know what I mean? Just whoosh, 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 whoosh. I have 4 rods, and I usually fish off a pier. Any good fishing pier tips? To be honest, man, I'm not a pro when it comes to pier fishing. If you're talking about like saltwater, I do like to do saltwater inshore fishing. Most of the time it's off of the beach, but I have fished off of a pier. Mullet is a good bait, obviously, to throw like cut bait mullet off a pier. You can throw these guys right here. One sec. Mullet off a pier, or these guys right here. Bars. Oh god, that was bad. All right, anyways, we got these Berkeley 19 Fusion bucktail jigs. They work perfectly in saltwater with gulps. A 1 ounce or a 2 ounce is great. I think this is a 1 ounce right here. Where does it say on these packages? Oh no, excuse me. This is a 3/4 ounce, and this is a 1 ounce. I'm tripping. Bars, yeah, bars with the Z. But a bucktail jig is a really good thing to throw off of a pier. And if you want to throw a trailer on it, you could throw like a gulp swimming mullet on the back end of this guy right here, or you could throw a grub, you could throw a paddle tail, or you could throw it as is and it will catch fish. You could throw a chunk of squid on there, you could throw a piece of fish bites on there. If you've ever fished with those before, fish bites are amazing. Going wild with the bars. Sweet. What area do you live in? I'm in Cali. I'm out in Texas, man, so the only coast I have to fish is the Gulf Coast, which has produced some of the largest kingfish and red drum. But other than that, there's not really too much crazy action going on. I try and catch flounder. I haven't got one yet. I've caught some really big black drum out there. There's red drum, black drum, flounder. There's like baby little reef sharks. I think they're like black. I don't know if they're black tips or if they're just like coral reef sharks. I'm not sure, but they're not coral reef sharks. I don't know what I'm talking about, but there are sharks. I think they're black tip. I usually use chicken that I roll in garlic powder and Kool-Aid as bait. No, yeah, that definitely works. That's what we used to do for catfishing. except we would take, instead of chicken does work really well, but hot dog. We take hot dog, but the hot dog's not all beef. The ones that have pork and chicken in them, and the beef and everything, and then you take the hot dog and you do exactly what you said. You just roll it in garlic powder and Kool-Aid. Yeah, so you know what? I think Gillmaster is right, Crane. Even though I'm with you, Crane, I typically do use Kool-Aid just because it's easier for me to access and have every now and then. But I think Gillmaster's right. I think Jello actually does work better. I think the composition of Jello has gelatin in it, which is produced from, I think it's like animal parts. I want to say it's literally like animal bones and like collagen and stuff like that. So definitely more fish friendly, more fish food oriented. Jello is probably the way to go. What flavor Jello should I get? The green one, man. Always the green one. No, I'm just kidding. The green one might stand out the most. I don't think color matters too much. Red or green. Red will look like blood. Green will stand out in dirty water. Boom. But yeah, cherry. Yeah, that's what I figured. Probably something red. Yeah, that definitely works. Another thing we used to do is we would take like bread, like sliced white bread, and ball it up, and then cover that in Kool-Aid and garlic powder and stuff. You'd be surprised. Literally, like white bread, like any brand, Sunbeam, Bears, all that crap. Yeah, man, I really appreciate you being here. You should stop by next time. Typically, I live stream at least, I try to live stream once a week. Unfortunately, the tripod broke last week. That's the only reason I was not live streaming. I was still dropping content for you guys. I post like 3 times a week. I live stream at least once. I post sometimes more than that. I work my butt off, guys. I'm trying to make everybody proud, and you know, I want everybody to be impressed. I love fishing. I love showing this stuff off, and I enjoy sharing it with other people. So hopefully one day I can work on trying to do maybe some giveaways for you guys. I'm just not at that point yet. Honestly, I've already spent a lot of money out of pocket on this channel trying to make things happen. So I'm not complaining or anything. Total personal choice, and I love it. I'm gonna keep doing it for you guys, but just know that things happen slowly, but they're gonna happen, and hopefully one day we can get things moving a lot better and a lot faster. You should live stream while fishing. Yes, Crane, I do that. I live stream while fishing all the time. Actually, that's typically what I'm doing. If I'm not in here, this is my bass cave. I'll give y'all a quick pan around of the bass cave. This is where I'm chilling right now. We got the computer set up. I'm working on a video for you guys right now, and it's just the whole setup, but pretty much I do film live streams of me fishing, and I have some on my channel if you go check out the live stream history, but I just couldn't last time because the tripod broke on me. I was going to last week, but this literally happened, and I'm already trying to work on getting a new one, so it's not a big deal or anything, and I'm not complaining. This is a great tripod. I'm not trying to make anyone look bad. It didn't break because it was cheap or anything. It held up for a really long time. I filmed a lot of content with it. It's one of my favorite tripods. I'm literally working on getting the same one back. So, yeah. Not on live stream, brother. Yeah, man. Definitely join in. It's a good time on live stream. We have a great time. There's actually, like, typically when I do live on live stream, we get a ton of people in here. I think last time we peaked at 200 something people in here at the same time, and it was nuts. There was a bunch of people chatting. We were having a blast. So yeah, feel free to come in anytime, Crane, hang out, crack some jokes, laugh with your boy, laugh at your boy, who knows, and maybe you'll learn something, maybe you'll laugh, or maybe you'll teach me something in the end, who knows. I just appreciate having a community, everybody here. Thank y'all for always being here. It is getting kind of towards that time though. We've been streaming for 115 minutes. So shoot, what are we at now? 60, 40, 55, an hour and 55 minutes. Yeah, I'm pretty tired. I'm not gonna lie. I really appreciate everybody being here though and chatting. Gillmaster, always a pleasure. Phineas in the beginning, appreciate you for joining. Crane, thanks for chatting. To the people in here that didn't say anything, but you're just hanging out, watching, viewing, thank you. I really appreciate it. You know, it helps us get further out there and reach more people, and you know, it just lets me know that you guys are enjoying seeing the content and just hanging out, relaxing. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for the tips and fun seeing you next time. Yes, Go Master, I can't wait. I'll try and have the live stream up as soon as possible. I might live stream this weekend if I have the opportunity, but if not, don't worry, I've got videos coming. I'm posting a video today at around 3 p.m. Central Time. I'm not sure where you guys are located exactly, but the video will be out, and I'm catching some huge fish in it on a buzzbait. I'm giving y'all some tips on fishing the buzzbait as well, so there's some key bits of information in there if you watch through the video, and as well as just getting to see me catch some monsters. I had the scale with me, so we threw them on the scale. We got official weights on these fish, pictures, releases, pretty much all that good stuff, and it's a good time. So yeah, anyways, I don't want to take y'all's time up too much. I really appreciate everybody for being here. Thank you as always, guys, and until next time, y'all know how we're rocking. Keep it cool and happy fishing.